G'day gents, hope you're all well. FantasyWiz checking in here, and my debut fantasy YouTube show. So we'll see how this goes. See if it gains any traction amongst the league and amongst the YouTube world. But with the missus heading overseas for 5 weeks, this could keep me entertained. So we'll wait and watch this space. So the debut show tonight. Just so you know, I'm the lead fantasy analyst at pointsbet.com.au. So much like Josh Lloyd at Basketball Monster, who we all know and love, I'm the lead fantasy analyst at PointsBet. So this week, the first show is going to cover last week's results. So the week one wins and losses for each matchup, and we're going to then look at the power rankings, the famous power rankings. Who's looking good, who's not. There's a lot of news this week, especially today, with some week 2 play news, injuries, who's hot, who's not, who to drop, who to pick up, what's happening. So we'll talk about that. We've got some player rankings, so who's ranked number 1, who's ranked lower than they should. The syndicate, so the betting syndicate hasn't been doing well. We're down 500, but we're going to talk more about that, and we'll also talk about CK's betting account. I don't think it's going too well. And then we'll also look at what's happening with the league owners, what's happening personal-wise. So let's get to it, Michael Bolton style. So, gents, last week we had they had the 6 matchups. Theo and CK got their way after they sucked it about the fucking first 2 days. So, congrats to you 2 blokes. It took me 45 hours of fucking hard work to get them in. And Theo, you still don't Kawhi when I anal your mum. Oh, apologies. Theo had an L. And CK had a win? No. Fuck me. Okay, and we're back, gents. Apologies about that, so a bit of confusion. Looking at the week 1 matchups, we had the hero you need. That is a shit name, Hayden Dewar. There's multiple things you could change to, like I can be your hero, baby. Bit of Enrique Iglesias. Plenty of other things. Versus the Freaks and Greeks. So Theo Carriadaris, the number 1 pick. Giannis, the death lineup. Hayden Dewar came away with the 5-4 win there, winning free throw points, rebounds, blocks, turnovers. Was a close matchup, so that's a rival to be watched over the coming months. I have a sexy missus and Oscar, the new rookies for this year, and Oscar probably leads the race for Rookie of the Year at the moment. It looks here that it was a 7-2 win to Big Oscar. And he did it pretty comfortably. The FantasyWiz, myself, played CK, don't Kawhi when I anal your mum. Not a bad name from you. So CK walked away with a pretty comfortable win, 6-3. I wasn't paying too much attention, so that's my excuse. But CK arrogance is up. He's in full flight this year, so we'll wait and see. Joshy Slater versus newcomer Coggers. And Coggers had a 5-4 win, winning points, rebounds, assists, steals, 3-pointers. So he won points by 2 points. That was a tight matchup. Could be the informed side of the comp. Swizz versus last year's run-up, Hayu Janemo. You hate to see it. And it was a pretty easy 7-2 win there. So I think if we look at Swizz's team, he almost did top most categories. He had a belter of a week, so very good to see from that man, and we wish him all the best in week 2. You do not want to play him early days. And the last matchup, which I think has had a score review. So Vostok Kanumpo, the man from Europe who's just jagged 45 birds in 6 weeks, played Merv, the new man in marriage. He's also Halloweening tonight, so that does not sound like fun. But anyways, maybe he prefers to do what he's doing instead of me. So 4-4-1 tied turnovers. So a bit of a lopsided matchup, but turnovers at 74 apiece. That'll give you the tie. So the leaderboard at the moment, Swizz, pretty comfortable lead with a 7-2 win there, similar to Oscar. Hayden Dew not far behind. CK 6-3, Hayden Dew 5-4. So we had 4 winners, 2 ties, and 4 L's. So a competitive start, which is what we want to see. Looking at the power rankings, if we're to start chatting who's on top, I think the number 1 spot has to go to Swizz. He had a crazy week. So if we just pull his squad up here, let's see who he's got. Who got the job done for him? Where is Swizz? Carl Anthony Towns, the number 1 ranked player at the moment. Kevin Love has been posting numbers. Siakam had a crazy week last week. Still holding Zion, so that's interesting. Yeah, he needs to go. Trae Young, who went bananas. D'Angelo Russell. Rui Hachimura. CK will like that one. Sabonis, Harrell, OG Anunoby, Dario Saric, Sadaransky, Dennis Schroeder. Nice squad there. So, currently the number 1 man in the comp. The number 2 notch has to go to CK. The arrogance is up. He's had a big win over his rival, TheWiz. And don't Kawhi when I anal your mum. Creative name. So obviously Kawhi's in there. Brad Beal, who went crazy today. Malcolm Brogdon, who's been surprising, averaging bloody $1 million. Let me just change this shit. Bloody basketball monster. Not doing the job for me. Where's Malcolm Brogdon? 22 and 11.3 assists. The standard 96% from the line on 6 attempts. He's doing plenty. Number 6 ranked man in the season so far through 4 games. So very handy pick up there. Maybe steal the draft at this stage. Who else? Hayden Dewar. He had a strong first week. He'd come in at number 3, and then I'd say the rest of us Muppets follow after that. So obviously, we're talking today a lot of news in the league, injuries, some big lines. So let's cover them. Steph Curry, broken hand. The docs don't know what the full circumstance is yet, but look for that to be 4 to 8 weeks. So for whoever has him, let's quickly find that out. Slats. Joshy Slater, you are not having any luck. So Slats won't have him. The Wiz would suggest you got to hold him there for the 4 to 8 weeks. You can't be dropping your number 1 man. So wait and see. You could make a late run home. Who else do we have today? We had Trae Young is reportedly coming back. Not this game, but the next one. So whatever happened to his ankle isn't too bad. Miles Turner had some trouble with his leg or his knee. So we'll wait to hear more about that. If you didn't see the beef between Embiid and Karl Anthony Towns today, please go and watch it. That's a good laugh. So we might see them miss time. My man, Kawhi, he'll stay away from him in the draft, boys. But CK didn't know that one. So he was on load management 4 games into the season. So we'll wait and see how many games he plays. But that's never going to help you when you're trying to put a bloody side together every week. Who else is that? Marvin Bagley is on Hayden Dewar's team, which is nice to see him cop some early injuries. I think he's 3 to 4 weeks. I could be wrong. Who else is out? I'm sure you boys in the chat can help me out. And look, while you're watching this, please let me know the feedback. I think one day I'll be the new Josh Lloyd, fantasy man at Basketball Monster. So that's the dream. You can reach for the stars sometimes. So the internet's struggling a bit. I've just been on UGs, so apologies for that. We do have to bear with me. I've probably used all the downloads this month, but well worth it. Good investment. Here we go. DeAndre Ayton, another man who's we haven't heard much about if it's been an official 25 games, but I'm hearing here he's got 21 games to go left. So that ain't fun for Theo. He's not happy about that. I don't know if you drop him or you try and hold out. I guess an interesting league this one with no IR spot, so somewhere where you could maybe put him. Steph Curry, 20 games. Miles Turner, 2 games. My man, Kevin Looney, out for 3 to 4 games, so he got the drop today. Not good. But yeah, plenty of injuries, plenty of changes, so do use your waiver wires at the moment. You will have to sort of chop and change your teams. The next segment is the player rankings. So we want to have a look at the player rankings after the first 4 or 5 games, just so you guys know where everyone's tracking. These stats are off Basketball Monster, so please do sign up to Basketball Monster. It is a great tool to have. Number 1, Karl Anthony Towns, 27, 4.5 threes, 11 boards, 2.8 steals a game, 1.8 blocks on 55%. That's just stupid. Kyrie, number 2, 35, 4 threes, 6 and 6, 1.5 steals. Anthony Davis, who had a crazy game yesterday, the other day, 28.8, 12.8, 3 blocks a game, 89% from the free throw line, 13 shots a game from the line. So he's helping you big time in that one. Kawhi Leonard, number 5. Big surprise here, Malcolm Brogdon, as we spoke earlier, 22 and 11. He's number 6 man. Dame Lillard, the boy, number 7 at the moment, 29. 2.8 threes, 7.6 assists. Jimmy Harden, who went for 59 today. Coggers would have been happy about that. He's put numbers of 37, 3 threes, 9 assists on 16.5 free throws a game at 96% today. Surprise here, Brandon Ingram, number 9. He's in the first round. Joel Embiid, number 10. PJ Tucker, number 11. Jewel will not like this because these are 9 category rankings. So this includes if you don't turn it over much, we like you. Pascal Siakam, number 12. Russ Westbrook, my man for the to make the All-Star team, $2.20. I think we're pretty safe with Curry getting the broken hand. Thanks, Chef. Tristan Thompson, number 14. That's a surprise packet. He's put numbers of 20 and 12 at the moment. 2.5 blocks a game. So big numbers. Brad Beal, who went crazy today, 45, 7 and 8. Couple threes. Kyle Lowry, 16. Johnny Collins, 17. He's been putting up nice numbers, and he will benefit with Trae Young out. So use him while you can. Kevin Love. He's averaging 16 points, 17 boards. My boy, Andre Drummond, coming in at number 19. 21 points, 17.5 rebounds, 1.4 steals, 2 blocks. He's been putting up the stat sheet. We might see that drop off once Blake Griffin comes back in a few weeks, but I'll take him. Luka Doncic rounds out the top 20 for us with stats of 25, 9 boards, 7 assists, 2.3 steals a game. I don't see those steals continuing, but off to a beautiful start. So if you've got men in that top 20, you should be smiling. And if you can sell them high, please do. Slats is always open for a trade. Usually known as the most stubborn cunt of the league, but he tells me this year's changed with the misso, and she's got him heading out a new direction. Now, the famous syndicate. So the hero you need, Hayden Dewar, Swizz, Lachlan Glascott, Merv, Dylan Glascott, and TheWiz, myself. We started a betting syndicate on day one. We invested $500. The account's now sitting at zero, so we didn't have much luck there. PJ Washington kept going under. I told you with this, but he kept pushing for it. But we've been a bit stiff with some unders and overs and things like that. So if you are looking for some good odds and some recommendations, don't come to the syndicate. I'd go see the man Oscar with the live bets and stay away from CK. He's reportedly down a few grand. So that job at ANZ couldn't come quicker for that man. So I think the syndicate, we are going to deposit again and hopefully have some more luck, so we'll keep you in date with that. Lastly, but not least, the personal owner updates. So if we look at the owners and just give you the updates of the last 10 days. Don't Kawhi when I own your mum. CK has just become a member of Peninsula Kingswood Golf Club. So hopefully that takes up a bit of his time and a bit of his cash and he gets off the punt. Otherwise, sorry, I'm sick. He might not be getting in on December 1 because he will need to pay his bills. So he has spoken with me today and did mention he might need to rob a bank. So if you see a man on Channel 9 News, it could be your mate CK. The hero you need, he's having a bit of luck on the stock exchange. ALG, the roller coasters, which, look, if we all think roller coasters, we all just think bad idea, bad investment. Those things are set up to kill people and not make any money. But anyways, the stock market man believes in him, and they're up 20% the last couple of weeks, so he's happy. Coggers, the man from Dan Maitland Fitness, he's looking good on IG. The biceps are popping. Swizz is having a bit of luck on the punt separately outside of the syndicate. I'm sure the missus is spending his money wisely. Oscar, we haven't heard from the current rookie of the year sort of nominee, but I'm sure he's well. And as CK called him, the garden gnome. I'm sure he's garden gnoming. Foster Canumpo, he's taking care of the misso, pretty standard there. And I'm sure he's working hard away at Ernst & Young or Deloitte's, wherever he works. Merv, the Doctor of Sports Analytics. Now, this is a big one. So, tonight we've just found out, instead of spending his time studying the spreadsheets, which he should be, he's at a Halloween party with the missus and dressed up in jeans and a t-shirt. And told the media that hot chicks are going. If anyone wants a lift, you can come. Mate, what are you doing? Please rethink this decision of hanging out with the missus at Halloween parties. That's not ideal. TheWiz, obviously we've just started the YouTube channel, fantasywizard.com.au. Please subscribe and hit the like button, thumbs up. You know what it is. It's time. I'm Babbers. Alex Babadine, shout out. Fortnite legend. The Wiz's missus is going overseas for 5 weeks on Sunday, so my head will be like this in spreadsheets and not pussy for a change. The Freaks and Geeks, Theo, we haven't heard much from him. He's been having a sook that all his players are getting injured or fucking banned for doing cocaine. So bad luck to you, champ. Joshy Slater, he's been spending his time with his misso. We don't hear much from the man, and is nicknamed the Stubborn Cunt. And I guess for those of you that don't know him, maybe like Nick and Oscar and Coggers, don't ever offer this man a trade because he will ignore it and he will not even give you the time of the day. Slats isn't a very active member of this comp. Hey Eugenemo, the NBA scout who just spent the last 5 years looking for some fantasy value. He's had a tough first week against the number one man in the power rankings, but he's well. I'm sure you'll see this man at Parky Charky in the coming weeks for a catch-up. And last but not least, Nicky Roberts. He's still managing the missus model contracts. So we hear he's been busy doing that. Bras and Things, Pornhub, UGs, they're all reaching out. So he's been signing some big deals in the background there. But that's That's just for his missus, not a combo set of him and her. So we'll wait and see her on UGs. But boys, look, I hope you've enjoyed the debut video, the fantasy updates. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. Keep up the good work. If you're making any punting, if you're making any donations, please use PointsBet. I'm a major shareholder in that, so that'll help my bank account. And if you are looking for a premium channel to wank on, use UGs. The Wizard is out. Thanks, boys. See you soon.